Hello everybody, it's Lisa Brown, Brown Goes Crafting. We're going to make a cute little cutting board ornament, and we're going to use some Decoupage Central paper that was from last year. I do know if you go to their website, I'll put the link in the comments, and I think they might still have this one in stock, or they may have another one with a cardinal on it. We're going to paint the front side of this white because I want the paper to pop. That way it won't look so dark back behind our cardinal, and it'll be a little bit brighter surface. So I'm just putting a coat of white Waverly chalk paint, and it doesn't have to be the perfect coat, just as long as it's predominantly white. And I just went right underneath the curve of the handle. This cutting board I cut with my Glow Forge, and we'll be having some more of these in stock soon. We're going to use some English Ivy paint. This is a little bit of a bright green, but we're going to put some wax over it that will darken it up, and it'll blend in more with the paper. And it's going to take 2 coats of this paint because it is an acrylic. I may have to turn this paint into some chalk paint because I like this green. And I'm not a green person, but for some reason I like this green. It does kind of look like spinach or maybe a pea soup. It is a brighter green, but you can see it's going to take more than 1 coat for the back of this. If you paint away from your edges, you're less likely to get paint on the sides of your brush, your surface. We're going to give this a good dry. One of my followers sent me 6 bottles of this paint, so I think I'm going to pour them all into a small container and make some chalk paint out of it. Now we're going to take our bare wax, and this is in the dark, and you can see it just by putting some wax on it. It gives it a whole different color of green. It looks a little more dark, and it'll match our paper just a little bit better. I had a few paint spots on there, and I went ahead and just painted them white. And now we're going to take our decoupage varnish and glue and put a good coat on. And as I was watching in this video, I realized I never did get up in the upper left-hand corner, and we'll have to glue that corner down again. I think I went everywhere around but that corner. I'm going to use my brush with some water on it just to get the top edge off, because it's going to come right up underneath where that green is, and the rest of it we can just sand off. I got my burnishing tool. I'm just making sure I have no air underneath my rice paper, and we're going to give it a good dry. Now I'm taking just a small piece of sandpaper and just taking off all of the paper around the edge. This was the perfect size of cutting board for this paper here. I'm going to kind of smooth out that little rough edge at the top. And we're going to put some jute around the top of that. You can see there's that corner. I never did hit it. So now we're going to go ahead and put a coat of this varnish over the top of it. This is a good sealer and a good glue product. It's got dual uses. Now I'm just going to take my sponge there and go around, and anytime you sand rice paper, you're going to have a little bit of a white edge because most rice papers have a white core. And that way it just doesn't have a white ring around it. Now we're going to take just some Dollar Tree jute. We're going to wrap this around the handle just a couple times. And I'm going to glue that down right in the same line as my jute that's twisted around. Now we're going to take some of that fabric that I got, and we're just going to cut a little sliver off of it. And this is out of their Christmas from Jubilee Fabrics. It was one of their Christmas jelly rolls. And we're just going to tie 2 loops together and make our bow. And it doesn't have to be that big. I'm going to get my loops the size that I want, and then I'll trim off my ends. And we'll put a little hot glue behind it and add it to our little jute area. Next we need a hanger, so I'm going to take the same fabric and just make a cute little hanger for our Christmas ornament. I hope you guys all enjoy these short ornaments, and I will be taking names for the blessing boxes out of the comments. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you later.